Since the beginning of February, 4 US states have held caucuses or primaries to choose who they'd like to be the Democratic nominee for president. As each state votes, candidates are awarded what are called pledged delegates, proportionately based on the number of votes they secure both statewide and in congressional districts, so long as they secure at least 15% of the vote. There are 3,979 of these pledged delegates in total. They're divided up between the 50 states, D.C., US territories and the Democrats abroad based on a number of factors, like population and the amount of support the Democratic Party gets there. The target to win the nomination is 1,991 delegates. So far, 155 have been allocated, 60 to Bernie Sanders, 54 to Joe Biden and 8 to Elizabeth Warren. A further 26 went to Pete Buttigieg, while Amy Klobuchar secured 7 before they suspended their campaigns.
And so we must recognize that at this point in the race, the best way to keep faith with those goals and ideals is to step aside and help bring our party and our country together. So tonight, I am making the difficult decision to suspend my campaign for the presidency.
Neither of them have officially withdrawn from the race, though, so their delegates mostly stay with them. However, any statewide delegates could be reallocated later this year. That means about 8 of Pete Buttigieg's delegates could move to Bernie Sanders. They could also come into play at the convention. But today, on this Super Tuesday, 14 state primaries are taking place and American Samoa's caucusing. Up for grabs, a third of the total delegates, 1,357. The key to Super Tuesday is California. The state awards 415 delegates, the highest number for any state. Bernie Sanders has been campaigning hard there, with 25,000 people packing out a rally in LA this Sunday.
On Tuesday, we're going to win the Democratic primary here in California.
His efforts are likely to pay off. He's favourite to win, and T-shirt sales seem to support that.
The Bernie shirts are really the ones that are kind of flying out the door, followed closely by Elizabeth Warren. We had a slight surge of Mayor Pete shirts recently. I'm not sure what brought that on, but yeah, we sold a bunch within a couple of days.
Former Vice President Joe Biden, hot off his first win in South Carolina this weekend, is likely to come in second. Biden's been in Texas, another key state that's voting, where 228 delegates are available.
Texas is going to speak. As my grandpa would say, well, thank you. Thank you. And, I think we're going to do well here in Texas with the help of all of you.
Biden and Bernie are both likely to do well in Texas and could see a similar number of delegates, but Biden's likely to come out on top. Moving to North Carolina, 110 delegates there, and polling suggests this state will go to Biden. Bernie second. You might begin to see a theme happening right now. It's a similar picture across most of the states, a two-horse race between Bernie and Biden. It's a slightly different story, though, in states where a candidate hails from. Bernie Sanders, a Vermont senator, is almost certainly going to walk it home in Vermont. That small state awards 16 delegates. In Massachusetts, where there's 91 delegates up for grabs, it's looking like it's going to be an embarrassing night for the state senator Elizabeth Warren.
I will be the first to say that the first 4 contests haven't gone exactly as I'd hoped.
Polling suggests she's likely to come in second to Bernie Sanders, which could signal the end of her campaign. Despite Amy Klobuchar's decision to drop out of the race and endorse Joe Biden, it's likely her home state of Minnesota will support Bernie Sanders. He won there in 2016, and she was likely the only candidate to stop him securing a win there this time around. Other states Bernie's expected to win include Colorado, Utah and Maine. Biden's likely to secure victory in Virginia, Tennessee, Alabama, Oklahoma, Arkansas and American Samoa. One candidate I've not mentioned so far is Mike Bloomberg.
I've won 3 elections so far. I don't plan to start losing now.
Today is the first time the billionaire, who's spent millions of dollars on his campaign so far, has appeared on the ballot. He's likely to come in third in a number of states, possibly second in Oklahoma. However, we might not even get these results immediately, and it could take days to get official results from some states. It's going to be a busy month, though. There's still plenty of delegates to be awarded. Next Tuesday, 7 more states will vote. A week later, 4 more states. By the end of March, more than 60% of the pledged delegates will have been allocated. So while the pool of candidates is very much shrinking, this Super Tuesday is far from the end of the race to be the Democratic nominee. For First Up, Lydia Batham.